IAEE is making history on the Hill for the first ever Exhibitions Day. Hear from exhibitions and events professionals directly following their one-on-one appointments with congressional leaders. Promoting the value of the exhibitions and events industry. That's exactly what approximately 100 event professionals are on the Hill to do today. Hi everybody, thanks for joining us on IAEE-TV, produced by Convention News Television. I'm Sarah Solomon. Now it's a day to celebrate in the industry as event professionals gather as one voice. Now this is all part of IAEE's advocacy efforts to push the industry forward by meeting with legislators to educate them on the power of the industry.
The importance of this event is really twofold. One is to educate our decision makers on the Hill about the value of what exhibitions is about, the jobs we create, the money we bring in, and then second, just about some specific legislation that we need passed to increase our opportunity to really increase this industry.
Exhibitions Day is just one example of IAEE's push for advocacy and education in an industry that is often considered invisible. It's part of the Meetings Mean Business PR campaign. As part of IAEE's strategic direction and advocacy efforts, IAEE has added a new tagline to its logo: Exhibitions and Events Mean Business, to reinforce the global marketplace. The goal is to raise awareness of the exhibitions and events industry to decision makers on Capitol Hill.
Jeanne Shaheen's office wanted to get some specific data on her state, and I was able to open up my Meetings Mean Business app. So if you don't have it, download it today. I was able to open it up and go to that specific state statistics in terms of the impact of travel and tourism has on that state specifically. And I was able to pull those numbers up for them and provide that to them. I could even put it into a PDF and email that to the person representing Jeanne Shaheen. So I thought it was really a good use of tools that we had that were given to us by USTA and Meetings Mean Business Coalition, but most importantly, I think they want to hear from us, and they want to know, really how they can help me as a voting constituent, but most importantly, how they can help our industry.
As a young professional and as a member of this industry, it's so important to get involved. You don't need to leave it just for everyone who's been in this industry for many, many years. Like, everyone should be involved to show Capitol Hill that, everyone cares about what the future of the exhibitions and meetings industry is.
With 103 appointments scheduled running about 15 to 20 minutes each, event professionals had an opportunity to discuss how exhibits mean business. Some key policy issues included the JOLT Act. Jobs originated through launching travel. If passed, the bill would leverage the benefits of inbound international travel to the U.S. to increase economic growth and create more jobs.
I had a couple appointments already, and they've been very receptive. Very receptive. In fact, we already had one that's already co-sponsored the bill, so we're miles ahead there. And they're considering co-sponsoring the second bill that we've been talking about today. So it's going very well.
We talked a lot about the positive impact on the economy for the United States, for the cities. I even used my own show as an example of even a mid-sized show can really help with employment, part-time employment for students and seniors, as well as helping the cities that we go to out.
I work for Reed Exhibitions, so I was talking about the impact of our specific trade shows. C2E2, which is a pop culture show in Chicago, and also Book Expo America, which is a major event in Chicago, and we talked about the impact of the trade shows to the local Chicago economy and the amount of revenue that each show draws in terms of expenditures and whatnot.
Exhibitions Day leaders were prepped with key data points from SEER ahead of their appointments. More than 11,000 exhibitions are conducted in the U.S. every year, attracting nearly 2 million exhibiting companies. Attendees spend an estimated $44.8 billion at U.S. exhibitions. Exhibitors spend $24.5 billion each year. In 2012, direct spending on business travel by domestic and international travelers totaled $259 billion. Other important data shared during appointments included visitor visa issues that impede participation in trade shows. Visa restrictions and regulations precluded 116,000 international participants from attending U.S. trade shows and exhibitions. According to Consensus Research, 44% of business travelers said they would not visit the U.S. in the next 5 years due to the difficult entry process.
Certainly very understanding and supportive of the need for easing of expediting the visa process and extending more the visa waiver program, and I think a good awareness of the power of the exhibition industry that they might not have had previously.
We have a huge international attendance at our shows, and especially in a country like Brazil, where we get a big draw from Brazil, it makes it very difficult. We hear all the time the waiver process is really challenging, so we're hoping to get some of that really across.
One of the guys in our meetings this morning kind of really brought it to home when he says, you know, it's more than the attendees traveling from all over the place to come to the U.S. And he asked them if they ever had been to an event at the convention center, DC Convention Center, and she said yes. He goes, have you been there before and after to see everything that goes into setup? The people laying the carpet, people setting up the pipe and drape, people putting in the electricity. It's hundreds of people in addition to the attendees, and that's why the meetings industry is important to everyone on a broad spectrum.
Exhibitions Day is only the beginning of IAEE's push for education and advocacy. The organization is becoming a powerhouse in the industry by providing faculty in colleges and universities with an online resource center that includes lesson plans, videos, and activities to use in the classrooms. It's all part of the Exhibitions Mean Business public relations campaign, which was in full swing on the Hill.
I think what we have to do as an industry is make sure that those of us involved in this, that it's not a one and done. I mean, this should become part of what we do as industry leaders, be it once a month with phone calls, emails, and keeping the ball rolling. I mean, we understand the value of face-to-face meetings better than anybody else, but we also understand that face-to-face meetings are supplemented throughout the year with other types of activity. And what we have to do as an industry is make sure that we have the infrastructure to do those other activities that need to occur until we get down here on the Hill again.
History was made on the Hill as we wrap up IAEE's first ever Exhibitions Day. Now the group is leaving Washington, D.C. optimistic following their conversations with legislators, and they're hopeful that their efforts today will have a positive impact on the future of the industry. For IAEE-TV, produced by Convention News Television, I'm Sarah Solomon. Thanks for joining us.